On this week's episode of Bungalower and the Bus, we are hanging out at Sodough Square in Winter Park.
Eating square pizzas, because that's what you do here.
Welcome to Bungalower and the Bus. I am the bus, John Busdeker.
And I'm a curly little cup of pepperoni on your pizza, Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com.
Brendan, we are getting pizza tonight.
We are.
I hope so.
Well, no, we are.
We're going to get some pizza.
One way or another, we're getting pizza. We're here at Sodough Square in Winter Park.
Winter Park location.
Yeah.
We've been to the other location on Michigan.
Long overdue.
It's been a while, but now we're over at Winter Park.
Last time I was here, I think it was a tin and taco.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I was here not that long ago, but we're here with the owner, Rob Bair.
Let's ask him some questions.
How are you, Rob?
I'm doing great. How
Good.
are you guys?
We're fantastic. We're fantastic.
We're excited to hear all about this. What preceded the or what's the word? It's a P word. What precipitated making this into a new concept?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
Okay, we don't have to get too into it.
Oh, you don't have time for me?
Oh,
You can stay as long as you want. You can stay as long as you want.
Yeah. Do people like pizza more than tacos?
I think it's just more of a unique concept.
Uh-huh.
There's more of a draw, especially in a kind of a hard to get to spot. I think
It's
it
a
was more of a draw.
destination space.
It is. We're
It
on
is a
Fairbanks, we
destination.
should say. And why don't you tell people what Sodough Square is in case they don't know, Rob?
Sodough Square is a authentic Detroit-style pizzeria. We literally do everything in-house, from shredding the cheese to fermenting the dough and mixing the dough. And we do everything in-house to make it as close to the Motor City as we could get.
And what makes Detroit pizza different than, say, other types of pizza?
It's the crust, right?
Well, it's the best, first of all.
Thank you. He's true. He's right on that.
You know, we
I've been
use
thinking about your pizza since you had us in the Sodough location.
Well, I've been thinking about you. Since
Nice. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It has a lot to do with a high hydration dough. It's almost like a focaccia, but a lot lighter, airier. We use it's 24 to 48 hours fermented. We use a Wisconsin brick cheese, which is traditional to Detroit. We shred it in-house. We bake it at a high temp in a seasoned blue steel pan that we source from Detroit. And it creates the perfect golden crust underneath, the
got a little
frico on the
crunch.
side. And
What did you call it? The frico?
The frico.
That's like the lace, right? The cheese lace?
Yeah, we call it. It's the star of the show.
Uh-huh.
And
That's what you want.
That's
Otherwise,
what-
it's
that's
not
what you
Detroit
want.
pizza, right?
That's
and
what we
it's-
live for.
It's square. We should tell people it's square in case
it's
you
square.
don't know.
Just
In
like
case you don't
John's.
know. No. I'm hip to be square.
Uh-huh. Keep singing
That's what
it.
Huey Lewis
It'll
says.
have, okay. You're no Huey Lewis. Okay.
But Rob, this one's doing so well. The one on Michigan's doing so well. You got two more that are on the way.
I do. We have Lake Mary that'll open up probably the second month of 24.
That'll do great.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
Lake Mary loves a local restaurant.
Well, not only that, but we have a full liquor bar, 250 seats,
Oh.
indoor, outdoor dining area.
Whoa.
So it's a total game changer.
Yeah.
And I think we have a lot of hype in that area for it. So I think it's going to do really well.
Is it
Okay.
on Lake Mary Boulevard somewhere? Or?
It's on International Parkway.
All right.
So it's connected to the Tin and Taco, the Orange County Brewers, and then we divided a space within the brewery. So it's going to be essentially a marketplace.
Nice. And then you got another one. Can you talk about that?
I can.
All right.
I can briefly talk
All
about
right, go ahead.
So,
Just give us the tip.
yeah, it's going to be in the UCF area. It'll be literally across the street from campus.
Ooh.
And we'll probably be open a lot later than our other locations.
You mean later in the day?
In the day, in the
All
night.
right, in the nighttime.
Evening.
Morning.
Yeah, those
Pizza.
youngsters, they can stay up past 10 p.m.
Amen.
Well, they're working. They're working on
Working
stuff.
what?
My last nerve.
Working on drinking some beers?
Yeah.
White Claws?
Well, school stuff.
Uh-huh.
Cramming for finals.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
All
trying to
right.
think of scholastic things that kids do. What are kids doing nowadays?
Eating pizza.
Eating pizza.
There you go.
Hopefully.
Did you win like third place in some sort of pizza competition or something?
Yeah, we...
Was it Orlando Magazine?
No. Well,
Because you were
might have been.
definitely named as best pizza one in top 3 best pizzas.
Really?
In Orlando
He didn't
Magazine.
even know. He didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
You didn't get an email about that?
I'm always the last to know about these.
I did it.
But
It was
the
me.
other-
I named it.
I appreciate that.
But the other, what was the one that you won 3rd place in?
So I got a phone call last minute from the one of the pizza expos at the convention center in Orlando.
Recently.
Yeah, this is about a month ago.
Okay.
And asked if I wanted to compete. And I literally dropped my kids off at school. I ran to the restaurant. I said, it's in my backyard. I can't pass this up. And I was kind of hesitant because, I think a lot of these competitors are Neapolitan, and they've been doing this for 100 years, and they're from Italy, and some from Parma, some from wherever it may be. And I'm going up against these guys that this is their life.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's my life now, too, but it's a lot less experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran in, I made it happen, and we placed 3rd in the non-traditional pan division.
Wow.
Nice.
So-
Nice. All right.
It was incredible.
I love it.
Non-traditional pan. That should be a T-shirt.
I wish I could have been a judge for that. Maybe next year.
The funny
so
thing,
hard.
the funny thing about it was I didn't realize it was non-traditional until like 20 minutes before I went on stage, and I see non-traditional, and I'm like, well, I made the most traditional Detroit-style pizza I could possibly make. So I'm running around to different vendors at the show, and I'm trying to find non-traditional toppings. So
Yeah.
I just literally winged it, and sometimes that's the best
Oh,
way
you
to
had to
do
make
it.
it from scratch there.
Oh yeah,
Whoa, that's crazy.
yeah. So
All right, Rob, we're going to order some food here in a second. Do you have a recommendation?
I do the sweet sting.
All right, what's on that?
It's,
Sounds like honey.
There's hot honey. There's fresh jalapeno. There's pepperoni, and then there's red pepper.
All right, that sounds good.
Heck yes.
All right.
Okay.
It's
Anything
got-
else?
Oh, everything else. Yeah.
I'm saying another recommendation for another pizza.
you got to try the wings here. They're incredible.
I don't
you
think
do.
I've ever had 'em.
I've had his wings. They're delicious.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. We
Rob,
have-
you're kind of a mad food scientist. That's what I think of you as, right? You're not afraid to combine different flavors and things. So I love that you won the non-traditional pizza because it kind of sums it up for me. Anyway,
Yeah. I like to weird people out.
yeah, right. Well, like your tin and taco stuff is a little crazy. When that hit
It
the
is.
scene, our people were like, "Cheese on the shell? What
Is that legal?
What? Yeah, people were going crazy. But
All right,
you have a
Rob.
macaroni and cheese taco too over there.
We do have a Mac Attack taco.
Mac Attack.
like
Anyway,
it.
I'll keep talking. We gotta let you go.
Let
You
Rob
got
go.
He's got Santa
He's
things.
got family things to
All
do.
right, Rob. Thanks for having us tonight.
Thanks for
We're
having
gonna talk
me.
about the news.
Oh, that Rob. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. He looked like he didn't catch on. I was kind of making fun of his hair a little bit. It looked like he was wearing a toque,
You think so?
like a beanie.
Well, it's a little chilly out.
It is a little chilly. It
It
actually
is.
made me think like we were up north, and and everyone would always have.
If you
hat
want to
head.
know what Rob looks like, I don't know if this means anything to you, but he looks a lot like Justin Verlander. He was a pitcher for the Tigers.
Oh.
He looks a lot like him.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to go if you Google his face, you'd be like, oh, he kind
I'll
of looks
Google
like
it.
him.
He's handsome.
Uh,
Mike agreed. So did our producer, Miss Leanne
Oh,
Sieferman.
everybody's
Busdeker.
agreeing that he's
Yeah.
a handsome man. All right.
Yeah, he is. And his wife is gorgeous.
Wow. All right. Just like Justin Verlander's wife.
Maybe
Maybe it is. Maybe they're brothers and sisters.
Maybe
and all
she was
that.
confused. What was her week like, John?
My week. Well, why don't you go first, then I can think about
Oh
mine.
my gosh, it was crazy. We did a couple of pop-up concerts powered by Connect Ford. We used the Ford F-150 Lightning, and we popped up at Parking Lot Party. Where was that? Mike, where were we for the first one? Where'd we go for
Ivanhoe?
Ivanhoe Park Brewing.
Ivanhoe.
That was fun. We had a little girl named Toe, like who T-O-W though, but sounds like
Sounds
a
like
digit.
a character in the Cars movie.
She was fun. She looked a little gender non-binary, and her name was Toe, and she played acoustic, music. We plugged her into the truck, and she was fantastic. We'll have a music video of that come out soon.
Nice.
And then we met Dean something Bennett Batten. Thanks, Mike. Who was beautiful. What a handsome man. Playing at the Mystic Moon Market the same day as Grandma Party, and we just hung out and listened to live music until we got rained out, and we all ran away.
Cool.
So that was fun. And then we have another truck event coming up Friday. If you're listening right now, you can still come over to Infusion Tea in College Park and catch us. And our coffee thing's going strong. Mike launched a gift basket for the holidays, which has our coffee in it, a beer, a dog biscuit, you name
Bottle
it,
of
man.
hot sauce
It's
from
all in
Mo
hot
DeWitt.
sauce from our show lawyer, Mo DeWitt. That's probably the most important thing in there.
It is very important.
And a keychain. You get a Bungalower Buddy membership. So we love that. It's only $35 if you already have a keychain, $40 if you don't. You save a lot of money all through the year using your membership. Go do that. Click on the link in our Instagram bio or just head on over to bungalower.com. You'll see it floating around.
I, Brendan, went to the teddy bear toss
Yeah.
at the Orlando Solar Bears game. That
Which
was
is
on
my
Saturday.
favorite game of theirs.
Sold out.
Always.
They had roughly 9,000, 10,000 fans there.
Holy
Crazy
jeez.
night.
Lots
So-
of teddy bears.
Yeah, we gave away. So I work at the DeWitt Law Firm and Just Call Mo, and I was there giving out teddy bears dressed as a bear.
Okay.
We did really well. Had
So
a really,
like hairy chest and
well, no, not
belly
that.
out?
Different kind of bear.
Oh, okay.
Different kind of
Oh,
bear.
okay.
Yeah, different kind of bear. But yeah, we were there giving out stuff and a fun time. And then the next day, I was actually at Fun Spot because the law firm Just Call Mo does an annual party where we give tickets to our clients
At
to
Fun
Fun
Spot.
Spot. So free, and we were there hanging out. It was a good time.
you have a pretty fun job, John.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too. We're pretty lucky that
We
get
are
to
very lucky.
be treated to stuff like this all the time,
Yeah.
and get paid to do it. You get paid, 3 times as much as I do.
Maybe
but
5.
Maybe 5 times more. I'm so proud
Depending
of it.
on the year.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
proud
I'm
of you.
proud of
all the
you.
hard work you put into it.
You get paid in people recognize you.
Experiences and handies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I get paid in actual cash.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of bear, I'm going to be hosting a brag it up,
A lot
John.
of bears.
Brag it
Rob
up.
Bair.
Rob Bair. I'm going to be hanging out at District Dive, which is kind of a bear bar in the Milk District, and I'm going to be hosting a Krampus happy hour from 1 to 5 p.m.
When?
this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This
It's supposed to
Saturday.
be rainy on Saturday. Storms coming through.
Perfect. Come on in and hang out with us. The Schnitz and Giggles boys are going to be there serving up German food. I'm going to be there as a deliciously dragged up Krampus, and we're going to play some bingo and stuff.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, news.
Let's talk about some news. We got a little bit of time.
Yeah, we do have a quick little snippet that's going to come in here. We did an interview with our friend Pam Schwartz, the executive director of the Orange County Regional History Center. She's going to tell us about some of their new exhibitions, but I think we could squeeze in a couple
Squeeze it in, Brendan.
Yeah.
You've heard that before.
Not from you, though. Oh, my God. Not even that time we were sitting in a hot tub together.
That was a beer hot tub
Yeah, it was.
on the hay, next to the
We
hay.
did have a roll of the hay after that. Was
No, we
nice.
didn't.
No, we didn't?
Not you and I.
We were side by side, weren't we?
We were rolling in the hay?
Yeah.
All right.
For the gram.
I don't remember.
Yeah. You only touched me for leverage. Yeah.
I must have slipped something in my drink.
Oh, slip something in. Plaza Live is nearing completion on their $10 million renovation.
$10 million?
Yeah.
I thought it was $18 million. $10 million.
Did you read that from my headline?
I thought so.
Yeah,
Did you have it wrong?
I had it wrong.
Ow.
Whoops. It was
Okay.
a quick little typo in my headline that I
That's how
didn't think
often
anybody
that's-
saw.
That's how often I check Bungalower. Every minute.
I changed it maybe half an hour after I got a quick text from Joanne Grant, who's on the board over at the Plaza, and she said, it's $10 million. And I
Well,
was like, oh, my gosh.
the 8 and the 0 are pretty close. on
They
the
are
keyboard.
very close together. And I
Yeah,
got
to be
big,
fair.
fat fingers,
I'm surprised it wasn't 180
It
million.
could have been 180. I was so embarrassed. I quickly
okay.
changed it.
That's okay.
It said 10 million in the body of the
No,
post.
I don't read
though.
the actual
No, you
stories.
just
I
read
the headlines.
Thank you.
Well, so what are they doing to renovate this place, the Plaza Live?
They're spending that 10 million, man. I got a hard hat tour of the whole facility, and it's kind of crazy. It's a whole new rotunda in the foyer. What is that?
The lobby?
Thank you. I couldn't think of lobby.
All right.
And then the theater room has been completely redone, and they kind of raised the floor a little bit.
Because there's like two
It's gonna be
theaters,
two
right?
levels now.
There's like the main one where you go see
There's one
shows and
theater.
bands. I thought there was one on the left.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
There's two
Not
there.
that I know of. They're talking about adding one
I've
in the
seen
back.
a show.
And a smaller one?
Yeah. Yeah.
They have these big load-in rooms. Maybe
I don't
they
know.
did it in
I'm
one of
pretty
those.
sure I saw something in one of those
Well,
rooms.
we have
Anyway.
established I'm fallible.
All right.
And I might have made a
So
mistake
wait, when's this
somewhere.
going to be done?
They're hoping they have a K-pop concert, a big one on January 9th. So they're going to have a temporary occupancy permit
Uh-oh.
to allow people to come in for this one concert, but like it's gonna still be a construction zone. But it'll be kind of like a post-apocalyptic K-pop concert, which I'm kind of into. I think that sounds interesting. And then I've never been to a K-pop concert.
Me neither.
I think it could be fun.
You would go? I would go.
Yeah, just to see it. As long as I don't have to stay for the whole thing. If I don't,
you don't
like
stay
it.
for the whole thing.
If I don't like it, I need an option to
take off just in case.
Yeah, and go to like a la carte and have some beers or something across the street. But they, very interesting, super impressive. They were fined recently. I heard a little bit more about that. They had been fined by the state of Florida, and the state of Florida was threatening to pull their liquor license for allowing
I remember
minors
that.
in.
Yeah.
And I kept sending them emails trying to get an update, and they just wouldn't even answer them. And I was like, what is happening? And finally, when I was there today for the Hard Hat Tour, this week, I picked their brains about it, and they said, it's cool. We can't talk about it as part of our settlement with the state, so don't worry about it. But we can neither confirm nor deny that we paid $5,000 to settle. And a promise that we'll never do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, anyway.
Let's take a break. Let's take a little break.
We're
here at Sodough Square here in Winter Park. Hanging out. About to get some pizza.
And when we get back, I'm going to tell you about how the city's waging a war against homeless people.
But also giving them $6 million.
Well, not individually. Welcome to a bonus episode of Bungalower and the Bus. This is Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com, and with me today is Pam Schwartz, the Executive Director of the Orange County Regional History Center. Hey, Pam.
Hello, wee-hoo.
Woo! Pam, you got to hold it a little closer to your chin there.
Woo.
All right, we want everyone to hear all your woos.
Touch my mouth.
We always say suspiciously close to your chin. Pam, where are we right now?
We are at the History Center in downtown Orlando, and we are standing at the entrance to what we all call our 4 South Gallery, but that doesn't really tell anybody anything.
4 South?
Discovering a Paradise. So this is sort of our recommended start to our exhibitions when you visit the museum as sort of the, quote, oldest history going back up to 14,000 plus years.
And this is an older exhibition space, right? It's like 2 decades? Is that what I...
These were some of our foundational exhibitions, what we call our core experiences.
I love it.
That were here when we first opened. So up to about 20 years old in some places, which is why we're here.
A vibe, it's got its own history.
Yeah.
But the reason we're here is because you guys just reinvested in it.
Yeah, we have done some really fun and exciting enhancements that we've been working on for quite some time.
Do you want to show me some of them?
Oh boy, do I.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're entering what looks like Florida bedrock, limestone, right?
Yes. So it's like kind of this built environment, right? Which makes it a little bit fun and exciting, especially when we have kiddos come, because it's like an immersive experience a little bit, right?
It is. And so what are we seeing that's new? Some of these display signs and stuff?
Well, so the main thing overall is that we've got sort of 3 major enhancements to this exhibition, which are highly interactive and a little hands-on. So we do have some changing signage that goes with those, but generally the overall of the exhibit is the same, but we've found ways to just really brighten it up, bring it up to, this decade.
It's been zhuzhed.
It's been zhuzhed right up.
Right.
Yeah. So
I do like this. There's like a, what is the sinkhole kind of an interactive screen.
Yeah. So this is really fun. You can play with it. It sort of teaches you and helps you understand why Florida is the way it is in terms of limestone and like we were talking about bedrock and how sinkholes form and create a lot of our lakes, like Lake Eola is a sinkhole, right?
Uh-huh.
And then another big point of these new interactives is not only to make the space more fun, but it's also to continue our goal of adding Spanish throughout the museum and making the whole museum bilingual.
Oh, I love it. So you can just hit this little button and it says English or Espanol, and then you can figure out how they say cover substance sinkhole in Spanish.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't need to know yet, but we can hit it later when we're not recording.
Yeah.
There's a giant, what is this, a cypress?
This whole gallery has a lot of cypress trees in it, which are, of course, just very much a part of the Florida landscape.
Okay.
So the gallery has really good content, some really amazing artifacts actually that come from either our collection or we have a lot of things on loan also from Rollins in this space from like archaeological standpoint.
It's funny. My dad's an archaeologist. I definitely want to see the artifacts over here, but I was waylaid by this tardy looking manatee showing its ankles. Well, this is so cute. How old is this manatee?
Well, so he's been here for 20 years. The best part is that this manatee used to twirl.
Well,
It used to spin, and I don't know, at some point the motor broke, and I'm very sad about it because I liked it when he twirled. I don't know why he needed to twirl, but he was our twirling manatee.
Well, a twirling manatee's better than booping it.
Pity pat, yep, boop him on the nose. Right on the snoot, boop his snoot.
Boop his snoot.
So.
That's a good game. So let's look at this. Okay, so it talks about the land bridge and people coming across the Bering Sea from Siberia, and then we have like mammoths. This is cool. You got giant teeth, horse teeth from the Wekiva River. Those are big horses.
Those are some twofers.
Yeah. Okay. And you got some points here. That's what my dad calls them. Is that what you call them? Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. We just got a variety of little artifacts that start to tell this story. There's a lot more to all of this storytelling, right? There's only so much that you can fit in one exhibition space, which is also part of our new interactives. Is it allows us the capability of putting more information in a more fun way, as opposed to just like text.
Yeah, that's too heavy. Nobody wants that. We want immersive environments like this giant midden heap.
Yeah,
this is cool.
Yeah, so part of the thing is that several years ago we looked at doing a full renovation of these spaces, but we've really outgrown this building, which is great in a way that we
excellent problem to have.
Can't fit more school groups and we can't fit more people, and some of our programs are selling out. So, we'd had some different plans to like cut through this midden, and then you could see the stratification and learn about that.
Okay.
So who knows? We'll see. But we're hoping that we'll maybe be able to move towards a larger plan for expansion instead of a renovation. But we'll see.
From the DeWitt Law Firm, it's the official attorney of Bungalower and the Bus. It's Mo DeWitt, and this is Mo in a Minute. Mo, my man!
How's it going, John?
I am great, but I don't think I need uninsured motorist coverage. Is that a smart move?
That's a fool's move, sir. Most important coverage you can have. We talked about it many, many times. Because in Florida, you don't have to have bodily injury coverage, which means someone can hit you and hurt you and not have coverage to cover the injuries that they caused to you. And that's why you need uninsured motorist coverage. So get your insurance app, add it. Just be a safe person.
I will. I like that. Good advice, Mo.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, Mo. And always remember, injured on the go, just call Mo.
Unwrap the magic of the season in downtown Orlando. Throughout December, the Orlando Downtown Development Board presents free holiday events for all. Shop local at the Merry Market. Witness the holiday drone show's festive designs later this month and experience Floridian snowfall. Plus, so much more. Create lasting memories in downtown Orlando this month. Learn more at downtownorlando.com.
It's time for your weekly Enzian update. Enzian is Central Florida's only full-time alternative cinema and home to the Florida Film Festival. Screening this week is Poor Things, a weird venture by filmmaker Yorgos Lanthimos and producer Emma Stone about a young woman who's brought back to life by the brilliant scientist Dr. Godwin Baxter, played by Willem Dafoe, who, free from the prejudices of her times, grows in purpose to fight for equality and liberation. Also screening is Rare Exports on Sunday, December 16th, about something horrible being unearthed in northern Finland during an archaeological dig. It's Santa. Kinda. Classic holiday film Eyes Wide Shut will screen on Boxing Day, December 26th. It's about a doctor and his wife who try to make new friends at a fun local social club. And don't forget to mark your calendars for the James Beard New Year's Eve party on December 31st. Come dressed to impress in your best Bond-themed outfit while enjoying some bubbly and dance your way into 2024. For more information, head to enzian.org today. Blah, blah, blah. Movies.
welcome back to Bungalower and the Bus. I am the Bus, John Busdeker.
I'm that chicken wing you just can't get clean enough. Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com.
I know how to clean a chicken wing, Brendan.
Yeah, prove it.
I already did.
Do it again.
We are here at Sodough Square here in Winter Park.
Yeah.
And we just got our pizza. We got our wings. Super good. We're going to post those photos later.
We've got gochujang chicken wings here.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's pretty fancy.
Yeah, we got a pizza that with hot honey on it.
Yeah.
Pizza with pineapple.
I like the pineapple. They call it the PBJ. It was pineapple, bacon, and jalapeno.
I think it was called the Stinger. Was that right? The PB Stinger?
Yeah.
Something
right?
like
What's that one? It's like a hot honey and
jalapenos and
all kinds of stuff
all
on
kinds
it.
of stuff.
And then that little lacy thing. I already forgot what Rob called it. That little lace on the edge was fantastic.
I don't remember either.
What was you?
Not Sweet Heat.
Not Sweet
Although
Heat.
she said it was like Sweet Heat.
The Rob City?
No, it wasn't the Rob
With
City.
the
Just
hot
come
honey?
and get some Sweet Sting. Sweet Sting.
Sweet Sting.
My wife here is whispering. I can't hear her. I got headphones on.
Get all the pizzas. They're all delicious.
They're all delicious.
You're going to love anything you get.
Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about before the break? I had a
Plaza
tease.
Live and
oh, yeah. Well, and then the city of Orlando is talking about updating its disorderly conduct code.
Okay.
Under which they will be giving homeless people a hard time. You know, because they don't really have anything in their tool belt that lets them, get rid of homeless people.
And so it's blocking the sidewalk is what the ordinance says. Something like that,
if
right?
you block or obstruct,
there's like a word in there, purposely.
The sidewalk or a street, then they can, flex their disorderly conduct code muscles at you and get you to get out of there. They'll fine you
$500.
$500, which I'll tell you,
most of these folks
rich
won't
people
have.
don't care about. That's
No.
why it's prohibitive against people who can't afford it, which are homeless people.
It went through like its first reading, correct?
It did. It passed unanimously. Without question. And it's a problem, in quotation marks, that people have been quoting a lot about downtown. There's too many homeless people downtown.
I think if you were to ask people, like why don't you go downtown? I don't know if this is a fair question, but I think a lot of times maybe one of the first answers is that.
Yeah.
Now, you could argue that or disregard that, but that is an answer to some people.
Yeah, and then also say parking. Like this lady was talking about, well, I'll tell you later, but we have a park opening up downtown, and this one lady commented like, oh, nowhere to park nearby. And I was like, it's literally next to the library parking garage, lady. What else do you want? There's a whole parking garage. Yeah.
But going back, I think that's something that a lot of residents want to address.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a solution for it.
The issue is where do they go?
No, I mean there's
you're going to kick them all out of downtown, which is where all of the services are, right?
Well,
then where will homeless people go?
To the other side of I-4 is where a lot of
Paramore.
them will go. Yeah.
But I think this applies to Paramore because there's also been an issue with camps that have been popping up near Orlando City Soccer.
Yeah.
And then I just got an email from someone in College Park, and they're saying that these tent cities are moving into College Park.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I live in Where?
They sent me pictures.
Where?
Of people sleeping at Albert Park. The little park right in the heart of College Park.
All right. Well, it's a nice park.
Which is why they won't
to be fair, it's a beautiful park.
It is.
I mean, if I was going to camp somewhere,
homeless people
if I was going to camp somewhere, it might be right there.
It might be underneath that tree that's kind of tipped over a little bit.
But what I was getting at, Brendan, is
what are you getting at, John?
If there was an easy solution to this, it would have already been done.
Yeah, because they have this housing first model, right? Where they're like, cool, we got you a house.
And this is not
you're,
just in
You're off
Orlando.
the streets, you have a house now. But then it's like, well, what else are they going to do for the rest of their day? Do they just hang out downtown?
There's also not houses for every single person that is doesn't have a home.
No.
So, yes, you're getting people into housing, but I'm sure for every one you find a house, there might be 5 or 10 people.
But I think I don't think they're looking to holistically solve the problem with this. They're just looking to aesthetically solve the problem of homelessness, which is to get it out of sight, out of mind. And they don't want people to be confronted with people experiencing homelessness when they go downtown, because it's part of the mayor's last 4 years in office. He wants to make downtown into a neighborhood.
Yes.
And his neighborhoods will look better if there's not someone who's camping out on the street.
And going back to what I said when I first started this, I think that probably is a complaint he and the other council folks hear a lot is when they say, well, how do we fix downtown? Well, you need to get rid of homeless people downtown. Well, like that's like I said, that's easier said than done.
But they used to have the blue boxes, but that they were if you were panhandling, you had to be in a blue box. It was the only way that you could ask for money downtown. But that's against free speech. You can't do that. There's a freedom of movement thing. You can't limit people's movement really, but what you can do is keep them from obstructing traffic. So there has been a little bit of creative problem solving on behalf of city staff to come up with this code. I find it interesting that they think this will be the answer. We'll see what happens.
Well, and also, this is not just an Orlando problem. This is a nationwide problem. And if you think it's bad in Orlando, I will tell you,
Seattle,
go to other parts of the country, and
San Francisco,
it is 100 times worse.
Yeah, it's sad. Altamont Springs, they're banning overnight camping. Which is what they call it when you're hanging out in public property and not in a house.
The other problem with that, though, Brendan, is like you can outlaw all this stuff, but like I guarantee you drive through Central Florida, there's a lot of parts where there's like industrial and housing and then businesses, and then there'll just be like a plot of woods.
Yeah.
If you were to actually go back in those woods, there's a lot of people living back in those woods.
That's the when we used to work with these kids out in Bithlo at this cool school for kids that fall out of public education. They used to talk about they'd go wander the trails and harass homeless people, or what did they call it? I think they even called it like adventure time or something. Choose your own adventure. Like they just go run down the trails and start trouble because there's nothing else to do. But they talk about how the woods all around Bithlo were like full of homeless people, camps everywhere,
and
just trying to get off the grid.
Way.
Yeah, I agree. Black bears and homeless people. If you got a big old patch of wilderness, that's where they're going to go. But where else are they going to go?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's a complex problem. If it was easy, they would have solved it already.
Well, something they are trying to solve is access to medical marijuana, John. And
that's pretty easy, right? Just give it to people that want it.
Yeah, and they need more. So they're actually about to double the available licenses in the state of Florida for people to farm marijuana and sell marijuana. It's not hard
to get a license to
it's
farm
limited.
It, to farm it.
Yeah, to not to imbibe, but to grow and sell. They had 74 applications over the summer and spring. I think it was the spring for 22 new medical licenses. And they're going to be able to choose from 74 applications and 22 new dispensaries in the state of Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a bigger cash crop than oranges.
I would think. That's why they say we're pretty sure that we're going to be seeing just legalized marijuana soon. Everybody's talking about that just being the thing.
It's just hard to get on the ballot because certain folks don't want that on the ballot because they think it's going to drive a certain portion of the population to vote a certain way. And if you don't put marijuana on the ballot, the other side might win.
I'll tell you what, they're just not going to vote.
That's what they want.
If you legalize marijuana, people just won't show up.
If they legalize it.
Yeah, they'll just be
smoking
for
the actual vote, though.
Never voting.
Anyway.
Because they're too lazy. Too stoned.
Yeah, but you might get those folks out to vote for that.
Oh, yeah, depending. But if they just make it a nonpartisan issue.
Well, they won't because they think certain demographic is going to vote that
like
in.
Who?
I'll just generalize here, but I think
leftist liberals.
Yes, and so if that's on the ballot, that's going to drive them to the ballot. So that means they're going to vote down ballot.
I can honestly say from experience, weed does not care who you vote for.
I know. No,
like you go out.
Weed has feelings too, but it doesn't care who you vote for.
Red hat wearing dudes on their boats doing those those parades of boats talking about Trump. I guarantee they're all smoking weed.
I think they're generalizing. That's the fear is that too many leftists will show up and vote for it, which means more Democrats will win other races. That's the fear.
So
it's
silly.
It's not the marijuana. It's the other races that people worry about.
Either way, we're going to be launching a marijuana yoga series next year,
right.
which I'm very excited about. I'm not going to say too much about it, but
you're just going to be sleeping the whole time, like downward dog.
You know what? If that's your yoga, man, that's totally cool, dude. But we're very excited. We got some good partners lined up, and I'll be telling people more about that in the new year.
All right.
But it looks like we might have already found a sponsor for the first month of yoga and marijuana mixing. Right? Would you come and do that, John?
I can't. I don't have a medical marijuana card.
What if we had somebody there who could sign you up for your card right there?
Don't I need to have like some sort of anxiety?
They'll
or
walk you
something?
through it.
What if I don't have it? Are they gonna lie?
I don't know. That's up to the doctor, really.
All right.
Yeah, I would assume no. You might just need it for just to chill out.
But
you
I
know?
don't.
You're so tense all the time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm so tense. So
Just
tense.
really tense.
Yeah.
High strung, John. I think you need some medical marijuana.
I do. Dr. O'Connor over
Yeah,
here.
and then I'd sign it. That's what I would do. Naming rights for Amway Center are going to be announced next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw this. I saw this a few weeks ago.
I got an email that said not for release, and I was like, well, I won't say the
The
exact
Sentinel
date.
wrote about
but-
it. Oh, do you know who it is?
No, but
Ow.
we know the date that they're announcing it.
All right.
And they apparently don't want us to say the
Well,
date.
they talked about this a few weeks ago because I remember looking up how much it was going to maybe be. I don't know how much it is, but we sort of guessed how much
Someone
it was.
similar, I think it was like $48 million.
It was $70 million
Okay.
for 10 years in Miami, I think, for their
Okay.
their facility.
Different
down there.
market.
Different market.
I
more
bet
money.
we'll get 60.
I think so, too, because the other one wasn't it $40 million for 10 years
Wow.
for Amway?
Yeah.
So,
And then it ended like 2 years ago. So they
Oh,
had
they just
2
left it
years
up
where they
there?
just left it up
That's
on the
true.
arena.
They opened in 2010.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Isn't that interesting?
You think it'll be somebody local or it'll be a national brand? I think it'll be a national brand.
That's what they want. My gut is telling me it's just going to be Advent Health.
Oh, really?
It's what I'm thinking.
It could be.
The Advent Health Arena. The way that they're just they are in bed with that brand. They're helping with the sports rehab center for Orlando Magic.
and they
their
train
brand
right
is already
next
on the
door.
arena.
That would make sense.
I think
they
so,
got the
too.
money for it.
They love sports medicine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
And
plus,
Adventists love moving.
plus, you think about Orlando Health, they kind of have the Orlando City on their jerseys.
Yes.
And so maybe this is their Advent Health.
Yeah, they don't have that
answer.
bragging rights. My brother, who used to work for them, actually was pretty confident that it would be Advent Health
Okay,
too.
that makes sense. I would believe that.
We'll see what happens. Tune in Wednesday. We'll be hearing them.
Wednesday's the big day.
Yeah, CityArts, the downtown gallery. I'd argue the only downtown gallery for Downtown Arts Factory or Downtown Arts District. They finally broke ground on that courtyard we've been talking about for 5 years? Holy jeez.
Has it been that long?
It's been a long time,
Isn't that
John.
the one that you say smells like poop and pee?
It is. I didn't say it smells like it. I just said it's full of it.
Oh, okay.
It's in an alleyway adjacent to this historic building that was donated to the city for the use of arts and culture for the next 10 years, and they put in CityArts in there. They're changing the alleyway into a fancy outdoor arts courtyard.
Great idea.
I think so too. Mm-hmm. They put up some gates that they salvaged from the what's it called?
Cemetery?
No, the Church Street Ballroom. Yeah, because they demoed that, but Interstruct Design and Build, the architecture firm that's led by Ryan Young, they rescued a lot of those architectural details specifically for this project. So, and then they added some swans. I think it looks a little junior right now. It looks kind of like a playground.
Is
which
it done?
It's not
It's not
bad.
done yet, is it?
No, they're just starting the process.
Give them some time, man.
I'll give them time. I want to see
Jeez.
where it goes. But it could be something really cool. Really,
Are they going to do like events out there?
yeah, outdoor events will be like spillover for things that happen within the gallery. Movies. They do like a concert series out there every year too. So I'm excited to see what happens there.
All right.
18 people were just accused of racketeering from an Orlando restaurant.
Sure were.
It's not really in our coverage area. I just found it interesting.
Lake Underhill?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, Lake Underhill.
Oh, okay,
I
that's
think
almost.
it's a little east, though. It might be out of your
Of
coverage
us.
area.
It's called PR House Restaurant. It's a Puerto Rican restaurant. And apparently they've been doing it for decades.
Yeah.
They've been selling Coke.
I think they finally could get like the actual evidence and surveillance, and it just some of that stuff just takes time.
I don't know if it takes a couple
I don't know.
decades worth of time.
Yeah, maybe not.
We used to live behind a Coke selling bar in Mills 50, and we repeatedly called in and sent in evidence of Coke being sold, and being done there.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happened.
I don't think the average officer or deputy can just kind of do it. That you need like a task force to do it right.
Well,
But you're right. I mean,
It shouldn't take
20 years is
decades.
a long time.
It's long enough for them to do it for a couple decades, stop, and then move on with their
true.
millions of dollars
I
to do it
saw-
somewhere else.
So somebody in my office sent me a screenshot of one of their Google reviews that said, this was from like 7 years ago. It said, this place sells cocaine. And they still gave them 5 stars. I thought that was hilarious.
And they deliver.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy.
It's
I guess
crazy.
the thing that really tipped the hat about it was that they were armed. You know, they were everyone in there was armed or
Could
something.
you imagine
They had,
just like showing up as a blogger, be like, I want to do a video
Yeah,
on your
Renovation
restaurant.
restaurants.
And they're like, get out of here.
I don't know if they're kicking anyone out for it. Were they kicking people out
No,
if they're
but
trying
I
to eat
mean,
there?
I don't know. Would you want publicity if you're selling drugs at your restaurant?
Well, depends on how good the drugs are.
But they had to operate as a restaurant too, right?
Yeah, I would
Right.
think.
Yeah, and then you got the code enforcement guy
I
or the
don't
food
know.
enforcement guy going in.
Sheriff Mina said that they had as many as 80 people a day going in to go buy coke.
Wow.
Or miscellaneous
Isn't that
things from
crazy?
that
That's just
restaurant.
like a whole other world. You know, like you've probably driven by that place a few times.
It just takes a lot of gall, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like you gotta have some cojones.
Uh-huh.
Like if you think you could just get away with that
I
for
mean,
that long.
obviously you did for a little while or for a long time, but
If you look at I think it was the Orlando Sentinel wrote about it. You could see their mug shots, and they're smiling in all the photos about how. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, we're going to get away with this. And I feel like they were arrested before, but nothing stuck, and they got away with it.
when you start getting, so I think part of it was MBI, which is the Metropolitan Bureau of Investigation. When you
Uh-huh.
start getting those folks involved,
Yeah.
it becomes a bigger deal.
But then how long does it take?
I mean, they've all been arrested. It'll go through the court system. I mean, it might take a little while.
They could just
But
leave, though, right?
No, you can't leave the
No?
state. No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I mean, you can. You'll be a fugitive.
Oh, okay.
And somebody will find you eventually.
Well, I better
They're
get back home
probably,
then.
I mean, some of them may be in jail now until they can either bail out or yeah. So I don't know.
They got 20 years of selling coke with money worth some money in
Yeah.
their pocket. They can,
Well, they
I'm
might
sure
have
they can
seized
bail.
some of that too.
Oh
Who
my
knows?
gosh.
It gets serious when you start getting some other people involved like that.
You know who probably should have been selling coke was Boston Market. Did you hear about this?
No.
They're pulling out of Central Florida.
Really?
Yeah, all the Boston markets.
When was the last time you went to Boston Market?
A Thanksgiving dinner 3 years ago with Scotty because
Oh,
he was
man.
like, we forgot it was Thanksgiving, and we were like, where can we get turkey? And then he was like, Boston Market does turkey, and we did the drive-through, and it was super cute. We
Was
had
it
like
good?
little TV dinners. Not really. It's not like amazing food. They have good carrots.
I think
You
I
know?
was there like one time when I was like 10 years old. That was
Mashed
it.
taters.
Long time
One
ago.
time. I'm not
Yeah.
a big like fast food guy.
It's really it's like supposed to be slow food, but it's fast food.
Yeah, it's not.
I think maybe that concept is worn out. It's
I also like chicken pot pies that have the crust on the bottom too.
Oh, this is only on
I
the
think
top?
it's then that doesn't make any sense.
That's sort
to
of
me.
half-assed.
It is.
That's a half-assed pot
It
pie.
is. It's literally a no-ass pot pie. 'Cause there's no crusty butt. Yeah, you need the crusty butt.
So no more Boston markets.
Yeah, they're closing 15 locations across Orange, Seminole, Osceola, Brevard, and Volusia. And I haven't looked into it yet, but OBJ says they're leaving a trail of eviction lawsuits and litigation
Oh,
in
wow.
their wake.
It seems like a dying brand.
Yeah, that like what? What's Panda Express? I'm sure. Like, are they
I
next?
think they probably do okay.
You do?
I do.
God,
Yeah.
there's some like amazing Asian
I
restaurants.
know.
you can
I
go to.
agree. I agree. But some people love Panda Express.
You do?
I don't.
Well, they're all dying too. You know, if you're eating the Panda Express every day, good luck. I say as I eat this massive pizza. There's a cat circus returning to Orlando.
I interviewed that woman, the amazing Acro Cat.
Yeah. They're going to the Orlando Family Theater. What's that called? The old
Rep?
Orlando Rep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So she had done it at the venue for a long time.
And then they closed.
Uh-huh.
Got demolished for that new Hideaway building, which looks like it's almost done. Yeah, if they're cats that do tricks. She
It's
teaches.
actually really fun to watch.
Someone just took our picture, so I
Oh.
stuck my tongue out.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
went to it one year. I went to it.
Skateboards.
Mhm.
What else do they do?
Oh, they like tightrope walk
Yeah.
and all kinds of stuff.
Didn't you also interview the person who trains the squirrels to water ski?
No, I never did that.
No? That
I'm
looks
a
pretty
serious
funny.
journalist.
Yeah, I said that the other day. I was telling jokes about all the sex I've had in my life at bingo, and then and people were getting grossed out, and then I was like, I I'm a journalist. Some people didn't know that I ran Bungalower.
Oh, really?
And I had to expand and be like, oh, yeah, I'm the editor of Bungalower. They were like, oh, my God, you're talking like that. And I was like, well, in this instance, I am Brenda. I was behind the scenes at the Orlando Science Center for their to check in on their life exhibit that they're building.
How's that looking?
Actually, really impressive, John.
I'm actually going there tonight. I'll be there tonight. I have a party there.
Oh, your staff party.
DeWitt Law staff party, yeah.
See if you can stick your... Well, you as you walk in, there's little peepholes. You can see in their... there won't be dancers, but you're going to see their new... It's like a hot box, like a greenhouse area for the rainforest exhibition. You'll be able to just walk there. There's a path underneath the trees, John, and it's going to be full. There's tortoises on the ground, birds up above, and these tamarins, which are like little primates, and it's all free range.
They're alive?
Everything's alive,
really?
and they're allowed to go wherever the hell they want to go. And so you're just walking through this little greenhouse under these big trees.
This is how Jurassic Park started.
Someone's going to get a disease.
It would be funny if they just took over the whole science center. These animals.
They learn science by observing all the kids at the stations.
And then they take over the world. That's how Planet of the Apes started.
There's a maker space that's there. What if they start sneaking out at night, making their own tools, guns with the 3D printers, and they bring them back in. That's how they escape. It's like Planet of the Apes.
We need to shut this down.
Yeah.
Me and you.
They ride parrots. They ride parrots into battle with guns. That was a Marvel cartoon about it's a hitman monkey.
Really?
Yeah, this monkey seeks revenge, and he learns martial arts. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
It was crazy. Hungry Pants closed.
I saw that. We don't have a bunch of time. We should probably go. Why don't we save that for next week?
Okay.
We'll tell you. Hungry Pants closed in Sodough.
Yeah, super sad. Shout out to Alex Bair, the owner, and his staff. Everybody was super nice. They were part of the buddy program. Alex is invested in a new project in Ivanhoe Village. Hopefully we'll have some more information about that in the coming weeks. Though.
All right. Well, thanks to Sodough Square for having us tonight.
And to Rob, our handsome friend Rob Bair, who entertained us, and to Holly, who served us all our amazing pizzas. She did a great job.
She sure did.
Yeah.
So come check it out, and we'll see you next week.
Here in winter, lots of parking out back.